Hello friends, welcome to the new video of the channel Law and Government Jobs Exams Cluster. Today I am going to tell you about the post of APP, that is Assistant Public Prosecutor in Delhi Government, which has been notified by UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, through advertisement to 2021, for which last date is already over, and now the paper will going to appear in a written form that will be conducted by UPSC in the form of CBRT. CBRT means computer based recruitment test, after which the after scoring the minimum marks, the candidate will be shortlisted for the interviews and will be finally getting the job of the APP in the Delhi government. So as we all know that UPSC is Union Public Service Commission, and this is a Group B gazetted post which will be based out only in Delhi, and as the name itself suggests, it is APP, that is Assistant Public Prosecutor. So what is all APP? What is Assistant Public Prosecutor? So today we'll discuss about it in detail. As we can see in advertisement number 2 2021, for which the last date was 11th of February 2021, which people might have filled, and now they might be knowing, they are curious to know that what is the further step which is going to be happen. As we can see here, it is mentioned that 80 vacancies for the post of APP. That means 80. That would be 80 post would be coming for the Assistant Public Prosecutor, which is been notified by UPSC. So in detail we'll be now discussing what is all these vacancies and how it is going to appear. We can see that out of the 80 vacancies, SC vacancies are 5, ST vacancies are 9, OBCs are 18 vacancies, EWS economic weaker section quota is 19 vacancies, and unreserved vacancies are 29. And out of all these 80 vacancies reserved for various categories, the physically handicapped vacancies are notified as 4, which will be based in the Directorate of Prosecution, Home Department, Government of NCT of Delhi. Now it comes to the mind that what is a pay level. Here it is mentioned that pay level 8, that means the people who will be getting a final selection in this post will get the old basic, that is 7th pay commission. If you will calculate it in the previous pay commission, it would be 9300 basic and 4800 grade pay, which will be given, and the maximum age given is 30 years of age. What is the essential qualification? A degree in law of a recognized university or equivalent with 3-year experience at bar. And in the desirable, it is mentioned experience as government advocate will be given a desirable. That is, people who are working as a government advocate will be given preference over the people who are practicing in the different courts but not as a government advocate. So in nutshell, we can now say that there are 80 vacancies in government of Delhi government, out of which there is a different categories out in which the vacancies are being divided. Minimum LLB qualification, maximum 30 years of age, and level 8 pay would be given, and along with 3 years experience in bar. Now the next question comes that whether the OBC certificate given by the other states would be valid in this category or not, means would be applicable to apply for this post or not. So answer is no, as it is very clearly mentioned that reservation under OBC category will be provided only to those candidates who submit OBC certificates issued by Government of NCT of Delhi. Candidate who submit OBC certificate issued by other state UTs will be considered as general unreserved candidates against general unreserved vacancies. That means if any any individual candidate is holding an OBC certificate of issued by Delhi government, then he will be considered for this post in the OBC category. Whereas a candidate who is been issued OBC certificate from Uttar Pradesh, from Haryana, or from some other state except Delhi, he will be treated as general unreserved vacancies for his. So in that case, his maximum age can only be 30th as on closing date, and for the OBC of Delhi, the maximum age is 33 years of age as on closing date. For SC/ST, it is 5 years, that is 35 years for SC and 35 years for ST vacancies. So now you can apply for these posts and can afterwards can prepare for the examination. Today in this video we are going to tell you that what kind of examination pattern and what kind of questions which are normally being asked in such kind of examination paper. So the same kind of vacancies came in 2014, wherein Central Bureau of Investigation APP vacancies along with the Delhi government APP vacancies were notified by UPSC, and there was a common recruitment test which was held in 2015. So here I am going to show you that what were the questions that was asked for the post of APP that was held on 27th of June 2015. That is the same post for which an examination was conducted by UPSC through the CBRT computer based recruitment test, which was held in the different centers notified by UPSC, and the question paper was comprised of 120 questions in total, including the different topics. So in the next video I will be uploading what are the topics which may be going to be covered by UPSC in the forthcoming examination, like what are the specific laws or the specific topics based upon which a question paper will be set by the UPSC for the post of APP in Delhi government. So here we can see that there was one out of 120 questions. I am going to show you today the questions which appear in the last exam which was held on 27th of June 2015. The first question was, the committee recommended the appointment of the Central Vigilance Commissioner consist of. So here the answer for this question was, the committee recommending the appointment of the Central Vigilance Commissioner consists of the Prime Minister, the Union Home Minister, and the leader of opposition in the House of People. That is answer B. Now the next question comes, the Central Vigilance Commission can hold office for a term of 4 years or till he attains the age of 67 years, whichever is earlier, or 4 years or till he attains the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. So here the answer is 4 years or till he attains the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. Now comes to the next question, question number 3. On ceasing to hold office, the Central Vigilance Commissioner shall be. So for this, the answer would be ineligible for further appointment to any office of profit under the government. So the answer for the question number 3 is D, option D, that is ineligible for further appointment to any office of profit under the government. Question number 4, the Central Vigilance Commission is duty bound to present to the President a report as to the work done annually, every 3 months, every 6 months, at least 3 times in a year. So the answer is option A, annually. The Central Vigilance Commission is duty bound to present to the President a report as to the work done annually. Now the next question is question number 5. The President shall cause the report of the Central Vigilance Commission to be laid before. So for this, answer is each House of Parliament. That is answer C. The President shall cause the report of the Central Vigilance Commission to be laid before each House of Parliament. So for question 5, the answer is option C. Question 6. Under the provision of Information Technology Act 2000, a digital signature certificate issued by a certifying authority, the answer would be B, be revoked if the subscriber makes a request. Under the provision of IT Act 2000, a digital signature certificate issued by a certifying authority can be revoked if the subscriber makes a request. So the answer for question number 6 is option B. Question 7. The Information Technology Act 2000 provides that for the question 7, the answer would be B. Offences other than those punishable by imprisonment for life or for a term exceeding 3 years are compoundable with certain exceptions. So the question is, the Information Technology Act 2000 provides that. The answer is option B, that is, offences other than those punishable by imprisonment for life or for a term exceeding 3 years are compoundable with certain exceptions. Now comes to the next question, question number 8. For the purpose of section 13 of IT Act 2000, if the originator of the address or the addressee has more than one place of business, which one of the following shall be the place of business? So for this, answer is principal place of business, that is option C. For the purpose of section 13 of IT Act 2000, if the originator or the addressee has more than one place of business, which one of the following shall be the place of business? So the option for question 8 is answer C, principal place of business. Now comes to question 9. Under the provision of Information Technology Act 2000, cyber cafe means. So answer is any facility from where access to the internet is offered by any person in the ordinary. For the question number 9, under the provision of Information Technology Act 2000, cyber cafe means any facility from where access to the internet is offered by any person in the ordinary. So for the question number 9, the option C is the correct answer. Ordinary course of business to the members of public. Any facility from where access to the internet is offered by any person in the ordinary course of business to the members of public. That is answer C. Now comes to the 10th question. Under the provision of Information Technology Act 2000, electronic signature. The answer is B, includes digital signature. So for question number 10, the answer is B. Under the provision of Information Technology Act 2000, electronic signature includes digital signature. Friends, today I am posting these 10 questions along with the answers, and if you like it, you can comment me in the comment section and press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel for the further videos on the same topic and the further questions of the same examination, that is the leftover questions, that is 110 questions leftover, will be uploaded in the coming videos along with their answers and in detail as done in this video. So I am requesting all the friends, viewers, to kindly watch the entire video, subscribe it, press the bell icon, like it, and comment in the section that whether they require the further questions videos, and if they have any other doubt in these 10 questions or any doubts regarding the vacancy, their examination pattern, their syllabus, they can give me comment in this comment section, which are going to be uploaded in the coming days with a detailed description. And I also request that at least my viewers to at least give 30 likes on this video, so that I can post another video for the remaining questions on the same topic and for the same post. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. Thank you once again. Keep watching and subscribe the channel for the future videos on these topics and many more other topics which will be covered in the future. Thank you very much.